Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the F30 from Chapel Hill series. We're going to be installing this M Performance upgraded pedal set for our BMW pre-LCI F30. We had previously done this upgrade on our F80 from Ann Arbor series, however we did not record, so we're going to go ahead and do it on our F30. We've got the upgraded pedal set, which we will have to remove the old rubber for the brake and clutch pedal. We have replacement rubber here that fit the M Performance stainless steel, as well as we're going to have to drill some holes. We have a centering hole punch, and we're going to step up our drill size in order to get a great fitment. We also have a Torx 15 and a 7mm ratchet. Let's go ahead and remove the old hardware and get everything drilled out so we can mount the hardware. Alright, and now that we're inside the footwell for the driver's side, we're going to go ahead and take some isopropyl alcohol after we remove our brake and clutch pedal. We're just going to clean all the surfaces. On the pedal there is some adhesion, so we're just going to get all the dirt and grime off that we can. Give ourselves at least the best fighting chance for good mating surface. And then we're also going to just remove the rubber boot cover, since we do get replacements for those. So these, I believe, are just on all four sides. You just sort of lift them off, and on this one there's just a little bit more. There we go. Get those out of the way, and then we'll just go ahead and clean the surfaces here as well. Interestingly enough, our clutch is plastic and our brake is metal, and our accelerator is also plastic, so those are pretty good and cleaned off. We've got our accelerator pedal. It does have a nice big sticker on the back, and we are given the opportunity for 2 screws. In order to do this, we're going to get it onto the pedal itself, make sure that it's fit nicely, and then we're just going to go ahead and mark our 2 holes for drilling. Because we're going to be drilling metal into plastic, the best way to do this is with a small bit. In this case, we're going to use a 3/32 in order to start. Okay, there we go. Now we got clear holes. Perfect. All right, now we're just going to take our drill bit. In this case, it's a 3/32 to start, and we're just going to slowly drill in. We'll just clean off the surface again. Okay, now we got go ahead and see if we can at least start our screws without pushing this on too tightly just yet. Okay, that one can get started, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and push this on in the right place. There's lots of sticker on the back, so once we get our full foot on there, it should be good. Let's go ahead and tighten these up. Nothing crazy since we're into plastic. Perfect. All right, looks great. All right, and next we can take our brake, which is this one because it has the extra rubber, and our clutch, and just go ahead and fit them on. All right, nice. We're going to do the same thing here with our punch. All right, let's just take this one off since I think it's a little easier, and just see how we did. Perfect. And it looks like that the screws are about 3.6 millimeter. We're going to start with that 3/32, and then might step it up to maybe a 9/16 and see how we do. 9/16 is about 3.4 millimeters. Okay. And then a 5/32 is going to be 3.8. So I think we're actually going to stop after we do our pilot hole. We're going to see if 9/64 works. When we look at it in millimeters, it's about 3.4. And we saw their screw is just a little bit bigger, so hopefully that should be able to then pass through. Let's go ahead and get our pilot holes drilled. Again, we're going to start with 3 30-seconds. Now that we have those ones started, we're going to leave that for just a second, and we're going to go to the harder brake pedal ones. Get those pilot holes drilled with these on. So now that you have the pilot holes drilled, we're going to go ahead, remove these rubbers so we don't damage them. There's all the little extra metal bits. All right, and we are up to a 9/64. We're going to go ahead and do our clutch first. Now for the slightly tougher metal brake. See how these screws fit in. Might have to go one size bigger. Nice, okay. 5 30-seconds. And now we can get our pads back on. Hey, perfect. Nice and tight. Okay, let's get the second one. Well, fool me twice, and we're putting on gloves. That was 2 cuts that don't really love getting, and being where we are in the car, this is a pretty tight space, and we're sort of leaning by the camera, so it is what it is. But we're going to go ahead and continue here, see if we can't get these little 7mm nuts on. They just really don't want to sort of go into there. I think the rubber behind is just a little bit harder to see. There we go. We're going to come back to that one last because it just doesn't seem to want to be the most friendly, so. Nice. And now the top one. All right, those 3 on, much easier. All right, I think we've got a strategy for this last one here. Oh, there we go. Got it all nice and installed. All right, and now that we've got all our tools out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and vacuum up all the metal shavings and plastic bits and just clean up the area. All right, and the last thing we're going to do is install our dead pedal rest, which we ended up with the stick-on one. This is the official BMW version for the stick-on. We did have a full dead pedal rest out of an M Sport, but candidly, everyone said that drilling out the plasti welds is just really super annoying. So we're going to avoid doing that by just installing the stick-on anyway. So I'm just going to prep our surface as best we can. A little isopropyl alcohol. Just give that a second to dry off. All right, and just make sure that we get it all nice and lined up before applying any pressure. Oh, I'd say that looks pretty good. Nice. Looks nice and flush all the way up there. And that'll just settle in nicely. All right, let's just go ahead and get these wiped down one last time. Where they get all scuffed up at some point, but for now they look really nice. That's going to do it for the installation of the M Performance stainless steel pedal set fully installed in our F30 from Chapel Hill series. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more episodes.